Right, let's get it underway then. So a wild card can be anything. It can even be an indie survival city builder that I'd never heard before, but want to check out regardless. This is Dawnfolk by Darren Keller. It arrived in my inbox. Actually, I had a fair few shill emails about it, but I think that was before it hit a 1.0 release, if I'm to remember well. Maybe I don't. Point is, the game is here, and I'm going to check it out. And hopefully it's good, and we play plenty of it. I love a good survival city builder, emphasis on good. And if for whatever reason this doesn't hold interest, I will probably stream some Monster Hunter Wilds and impart upon you the many wisdoms of playing the hunting horn. But let's not count our chickens just yet. Let's see what this game is all about. Now I'm going in completely blind here. I have no idea what's going on. But surely the game will onboard me. Surely. Because I don't even know what the story is going on here. Staying awake out... Yeah, tell me about it, Lure. Darkness has invaded our realm. And we've woken up this sentient piece of salamander to help us out. And just like everybody who could help us, he demands stuff of us. Let's build up a wheat field. We can do exactly that. Have a cropland, fill it full of wheats. And what I did was awesome. We need a lot of food to build tents and other housing. Just like in Frostpit. Wait, no, that's wood and steel. You can wait for the wheat field to produce food, but it'll take a while, so let's go hunting. And then build our first tents. Close the action menu with circle. Our production is shown. It looks like time is just carrying on. Yeah, so it is. And you said we could go hunting. How about hunting adjacent here? Oh, we just gobbled them up? Wait, is this a minigame? It is a minigame! There we go. Tremble in Fear, Oregon Trail. And now that I have all that delicious food, surely I can slam down some tents. Tents give us workforce. They're important, but tents consume food, so we need more food. So we don't have the wood economy, we've got the food economy. How does Satisfactory go? I enjoyed what I saw so far, and I have no reason to think otherwise, so definitely be continuing on with it. Right, produce more workforce. Are you saying that we don't already do that? Or do you want me to eat more to produce more? Or feed more to produce more? More is surely more. Ah, but I cannot hunt because I don't have the people for it. We're running out of space. Now the fire will help us out. Homes generate light every day. Use this light to illuminate the darkness. So you're saying I can put you down here? Ah, you just illuminate a single tile. And yet, we could go into the mystery tile. Light breach. Erupting with light every now and then. Make sure you collect it. I wonder how much of this is going to be hands-on minigames. We already had the one with the hunting. Do I have to come here and collect the light? Ah. That is daft. Perfect, but barely. Alright, all seems well enough, so I guess we just keep on expanding, right? More food, more tents, more good. But you also want me to illuminate more dark mist. Very well. What is stopping me from having more farms? There's some kind of resource at the very top there, which I don't understand what it is. The far right one, right of the food. And it's saying that I eat too much food. No reserve. Alright, in that case, let us illuminate this existing farmland. Hey Jake and chat, did you ever play Rise of Industry? I have 2 letters to answer that with, and I think you know what they are. It's E and A. Wait, hold on. No, I'm thinking of a different game. I'm thinking of Captain of Industry. I did play Rise of Industry. I did a perfect run of it, or at least I tried to, but the game faced total performance death. I really liked it, and yeah, there's a sequel coming out. I played the demo a little bit. But I'm going to withhold judgment until it gets its full release. Explore, discover, expand your city. 8 out of 12. R1 fast forwards the game. More things get produced. I wonder if there's some kind of imminent threat. Otherwise, couldn't I just sit back, generate people and light and all sorts? Who's to say? We need more buildings to increase our production. You can get materials. Yes, materials is that resource that I was short on. If we chop down forests... Is this a mini game? Okay, a little timing mini game. The farm can only be put next to wheat fields. The more wheat fields next to the farm, the better the production. So place it well. Reorganize your city. Destroy your buildings. Make it more efficient. When you say destroy, I can get back 4 materials, but it costs 5 to make it. Aye. You ask a lot from me. I also can't quite illuminate there. Or can I? Well, I can now. Let's give it a go. No telling what's in there. Yeah, so it sounds like I want a farm more or less completely surrounded by these, but what if I fix up this dilapidated one? Deserted, repaired, note in the door. Without light, my crops have failed, and with them my livelihood. I had to make some difficult decisions, betray my morals, nothing but regret. Alright, how about we get this thing repaired? Adjacency bonus, I don't know if you get that on diagonals. This is looking a lot like Civilization, but square. No, you see, this thing is going on in real time, not turn-based. Which is something I prefer for this kind of setup. I could place something other than wheat, but it says wheat for now. I want to try placing on a diagonally adjacent to see if that actually aids it. Otherwise, surely more people, more light. Also looks like there's an adjacency on home. Produces additional people. Maybe produces additional light as well. Hard to say. Lumberjack. Ah, Lumberjack works on adjacency with forest. Okay, seems like adjacency is the name of the game, but if I go to this dark mist, surely that'll be good for adjacency. You can tell diagonal doesn't work, because when you hover over it, the home doesn't give you that diagonal. Aha. You've got great insight there, Garrick. But I'm wondering what the imperative is to play well. There must be some kind of looming threat going on. Anyway, I'm more than curious what's going on here. Abandoned houses. Darkness moves with a will of its own, devouring all in its path. It's banner saga all over again. Came from the corrupted island, cannot continue, we must leave. The light will guide us. Well, how about I repair your crummy little homes? Forests need time to grow. It's not sustainable to chop them down completely. You can build a lumberjack. There are other ways to get materials. Mines, mountains, stones, wool from sheep, and pastures. I feel like these homes would be better to be a lumberjack then, given the double adjacency. But what about this as a lumberjack? Couldn't I just chop and then lumberjack it? I'll just try slamming down a lumberjack, and then I can grab this, and surely it'll make me tons of materials. We've got surplus on everything, so surely just advancing time is good for us. Surely. Also wants me to improve my material production, which I could do by expanding into here. And then you get the extra wood coming in. Upgrade your home, earn science. Science is rare. You can enhance buildings with powerful effects. Hold on, I could also make a light well to generate light. Sign me up for that one. Light seems to be vitally important. And this costs resources which I don't have, but I can get. Also requires spare people that I don't have. No, it's still the materials that I don't have, 25. There we go. Wood needed, my lord. Yeah, the wood economy, it's there. And whenever it's present, it's very important. Lure looks like an emo. Yeah, he's got a certain lack of fidelity to him that make him ideal for an emote. But I don't add emotes willy-nilly around here. Many buildings can be upgraded. Explore your options. Well, when you put it like that. That generated science, but it doesn't look like it gives science income, right? Yeah, it doesn't give me production per day, it's just the one. Right, what do I want the most? In cases like this, I always highly value material production. I feel a little bad about where I put the lumberjacks. It only has 2 adjacencies. Unless, maybe if I destroy these tents, you'll plant stuff for me. Had we considered that? Ah, but these are adjacent here. Clearly I've flubbed the adjacency. Anyway, I can turn you into sawmill. Clear swamps, trees of life, and haunted forests. Give me the goods. Okay, so our beloved fire doesn't like rain. Reserve some light just in case. So that's I've got a light well for this. Could be the equivalent of a blizzard in that game I play, Frostpunk. I want a tavern, by the way. Could I destroy this and have a tavern? Boom, and yes. I need a bit more food, but I think it's high time we went boozing. Illuminate this and give me some additional wheat, please. I like the movement of those goods there. It really gives me that feeling of nom nom nom. We can improve the efficiency of the sawmill, hiring more workers. Yes, I love materials. Just a bonus as is. Wonderful. Anyway, this is all going towards having my tavern. Need a bit more food and considerably more materials. Prepare for the worst. Just advancing to day 52. But surely preparation for the worst means having a tavern. In a couple of turns, I'll have what I need for that. There we go. What does a tavern even do? That wasn't a tavern. No, it is a tavern, but the tavern can become a barracks? The tavern takes food and turns it into people or workforce. Don't I have a lot of people right now? They're eating a lot of food after all. Head over to the Winchester. Wait for it to all blow over. Now we're talking. Clearly a fan of Shaun of the Dead. I assume you seem hot fuzz, but have you watched Spaced, Baron? Ideal British comedy, in my opinion. Alright, seems simple enough, but what I'm very curious about is what are the looming threats? I'm assuming we're about to see one, so let's make sure we have our goodies. And hello! A dark storm spreading darkness. They don't last forever. We just need to survive. How am I meant to stop it from consuming me, though? L1 pauses to... Ooh, wow. I love this. I love being able to actually take actions while paused. I don't like the stress of a constantly advancing time. Which is why I seldom played on survival mode in Frostpunk. Right, I can cleanse you, but it costs 68 light to do so. Work double time my light well, please. Did you like your Resident Evil segment in Space? The Resident Evil segment in Space sold me on Spaced. Right, so I can actually just cleanse you. Ooh. Damn, I'm good. We need to protect our home from the next storm. More light. Fight the darkness. Build a church for light. Only next to tents or houses. Plan carefully. Oh, man. Planning is not my specialty. I prefer to wing things. Could upgrade the big home to the even bigger home. It'll produce more light, but light is good. Light is very good. Jake hates Civilization because it's turn-based. He also likes to pause his real-time games and take actions all at once. I'm glad you understand, Alpha. That's a very important distinction. It looks so weird to have William down there. You've been around for so long. Right, never mind that. What can we do here? If I were to upgrade, I could get a whole lot more food out of you with a royal farm. That I am keen on. Just a few materials and we can make that happen. So we will make that happen. There we go. Drowning in food. And as it stands, it looks like I could make a crystal field? Hemp field for materials? It's a wheat field, but wheat into corn would double the output. But would it double the doubled output? Inquiring minds wish to know. I hope I can have unlimited stockpiles of things. Maybe I have to build stockpiles somehow. The light well is breaking down. Goodbye all my materials. Is this giving me extra people? Yes, it is. That's what the brackets are there for. But people is something that I am already overflowing with. These wheat fields don't do too much on their own. If they're not together with a farm, it doesn't seem to be doing much for me at all. Well, not bad, but I certainly want more food coming out. So let us, with our vast amounts of light, illuminate the way. Ooh, and take some treasure. With loads of materials. Excellent. In that case, let's see how the cornfield works. Does it double the double? 2 and 2 and 2 and 2? I don't think I'm getting more out of the royal farm for it, more than just having this as an adjacency, but that's still good output on the food. Otherwise, I think I want another farm here, but I doubt I can place a farm on a mountain. But I can mine, and I like to mine. We've got to diggy that hole. I'm a little dubious about the mini-games, but I did notice an option to turn it off. Not bad, very quaint. There is much to do here. I tell you what, I'll slam down a tent here, and it's telling me I could pasture them, but what if I simply slaughter all the sheep and then build a church on top of their pasture? That sounds like a brilliant idea. I know that it's brilliant because it's my idea. Alright, when I have the materials, church goes here. This does not plow out quite as many materials as I would like, but so be it. Jake is back? Say it ain't so. Well, back from Spain or back from last night's rather lengthy and exhausting stream? Alright, let's see how the church does for us. Just in time for it to rain. Storms tend to appear near unexplored areas. The further you explore, the further away it might appear, but keep some light in reserve. If there's one thing I'm great at, it's having backup plans. What's the problem here? Oh yes, materials. Materials seem vitally important. Especially since you need materials to get materials. We have a lot of extra food. Yeah, good. It's called Preparation Game. Why don't we take even more food? Oh no. It did not work out as planned. Hang on, can I destroy a mountain? No, but the observatory gives us even more light. I assume only if next to unexplored areas? Eat the bear. You must have only gotten one heart kill last night. I have more channel points. Yeah, voting on one was the correct decision last night. It was a good fight. Black monolith falling from the skies, engulfing the world in darkness. Destroy one, decreasing darkness strength. In that case, bring it... I can just kill 50 people here. And you think you can best me with a glorified DDR game? I think not. Reduce the amount of people that had to die in my name. But yes, more mines, more materials. Materials seem incredibly important. And thinking about it, lumberjacks seem like an excellent... Well, sawmills, rather, seem like an excellent way forward for that. Didn't I use my science for this sawmill, though? What sort of game is this? It's a survival city builder. It's really Frostpunk, isn't it? Except instead of the frost, we have the dark storms. And I have long been looking for a Frostpunk replacement. Not bad. Not bad at all. I banked up plenty of light, so surely whatever comes our way, we can destroy. All these upgrades cost... mighty science. Okay. Damn right I'm alive, Andy. No, the first storm didn't weaken over time. I went and destroyed it, Lure. Illuminate the heart of the storms rather than wait. The choice is yours. So that's what I did last time. You will be cleansed. That little routine, I think, was taken straight out of Undertale. Who was it you fight? That weirdo. Well, no, they're all weirdos, aren't they? And I need only wait a little bit until I can cleanse you, so that's okay as well. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Seems very simple, but this is just the first level on normal mode. I really like games about balancing your resources. It just feels good to me. Oh, hang on. I'm a shield this time, not a sword. The last storm will crush you. I've heard that one before. We'll have a castle in its final form. But it costs a lot of materials. But that's nary a concern because I've been building up with that in mind. Very good. It has a lot that Survive the Storm. Is that what it was called? I think it was called Survive the Storm. I didn't like the game Survive the Storm, but it had a lot of things that I did like about it. And this has that whole explore into the unknown at the cost of resources, which I rather like. Against the storm, that was it, thank you. And there we go. No longer a little tent in the middle, we're now a full-on storm, just like upgrading our generator. We need an incredible amount of light. Survive the storm, maximize light production. Well, if I could build an observatory, I could do that. This could be an observatory. If only I had many, many, many more materials. Hey, materials. Your sheep are in love. If you're very lucky, they might naturally breed. Be sure to leave them a free adjacent square. All yours, my friend. You built an observatory, produces light from darkness. Me too, Lure. Just how am I so good? Nice when a game can recognize how brilliant I am. Doesn't happen often enough. I don't know how we have to rely on something called lure. Never trust the French. Hold on, I've got a diary here. Why and when I'd want to read this, I don't know, but it's good to be able to go back on province history. Just like in Dominions. Oh man, when are we firing up the next round of Dominions? Love me my materials, get me more lumberjacking. I also have loads of science, but we can't upgrade... Ooh, yes we can. Magical tower. Upgrades the amount of light enormously? Does that bring it up to +5? I didn't check the before and after. How foolish. I really want to check it. Ooh, but the Miners Guild. That's not a very good upgrade, right? It's only +2 resources for my incredibly valuable science, whereas light is something needed to do all this expansion. Expansion increases in cost, seemingly linearly, but it doesn't cost me more to build another tent, does it? Not at all. Someone needs to recognize it and tell you. If no one told you you were so brilliant, you'd never think of it yourself. I'm far too humble for that, you see. Warriors Patrol is cheaper to fight. Yeah, but I don't need more people. I have tons of people. Have animals breed naturally after falling in love, and now I've got another sheep pasture. Sheep pastures seem very good. And there we go. The weaving mill costs science, but all it seems to do is give +1 materials. +1 materials from a science does not seem like a great investment, as opposed to this, which doubled the food. Then again, 1 + 1 is doubling. Such difficult choices. Extract the light. Alright, they claim I won't survive this, but I have banked ungodly amounts of light, so I think it's time for you all to be cleansed. It's like they don't know who they're dealing with. There we go. Does anything feel better than just curb stomping an opponent who is so full of themselves? That's actually the reason why I like to be so full of myself during my streams. I want to offer people the opportunity to feel really good when they finally bring me down. I'm still waiting on that happening, of course, but someday it'll happen, and that person will feel good about it. You know, Lure, given their shadowy profile, I think it's you. Last Hope! What a horrible name for a place. You can keep growing the city if you like, or move on to another region. Bring plenty of water. It's going to be challenging. I suspect it's going to be in a desert. No, I'm satisfied with what we achieved here. Curious about this one, though. Blue light. Meta progression, if you will. Check the top right of your screen. Well, that's obscured by chat, but it says 40. Light up squares, menu, unlock things. Now, something I really like about this game is the way that it does its little menu here. The way they expand and contract. And the way that the menu works in the same way that the game does, with all the little squares. Clearly a bit of love and forethought was put into this. I could unlock the CRT filter. Thank goodness it's not an unlock to turn the CRT filter off. Not something I'm a fan of. Can I unlock some credits? Can I unlock a translation? Can we unlock Jonas Mayer? No, we'll leave them be then. You can moot lure for 99. I must have not noticed that. We can get dark lure. Ah, there we go. I wonder what the muting does. Maybe it just mutes the noise that they make. I doubt it stops them from talking, although that would be cool. Does that mean there are playthings that we can unlock? There's a puzzle mode, curious expedition mode. Ah, right. So I assume you use the points here to expand your way forward. See, I don't mind that. Normally it miffs me when games lock their later levels behind completing the first one, but stands to reason you'd beat this one to learn the game, and then if I don't want to do Badlands, Urgent Delivery, or Treasure Hunt, I can go straight to a new threat. That I like. However, I really want to see what their puzzle and expedition mode is. I'm not here to... Oh, right, I only had 40 points. For some reason I thought I had 80. Okay, tell me what your puzzle is. Wait, there are daily puzzles. Produce at least 20 materials a day. Okay. Is that going to be challenging? I have almost limitless output here. Explore the tunnels, give them a fight. Alright, just kill them all. Oh, it just clears it into a mountain, okay. Interesting. Well, the goal is to make materials, so surely everything needs to become materialized. I can also illuminate. And settle down more mines. Purify the forest. This, of course, has a lot of buildings that I'm unfamiliar with, doesn't it? What the... Kill the rock golem. Turn him into a quarry. So I don't really need things that give me food. I'm only interested in things that give me materials, huh? You give materials. Maybe there's a way to get science to upgrade things like our mines, because it doesn't look like this is going to work out so far. Can't seem to destroy the Tree of Life, but maybe I could cut down the Tree of Life. I think the best thing is to destroy the elf village, funnily enough. The elves have had enough of us. They've declared war on us. Good. Kill off the wolves, get the materials from there. So we're a quarter of the way there, and we've barely done anything with the map. Fight the obelisk. Bribe the pirates. Yes, please give me materials. Well, I'm only halfway there, and it feels like I have oh so much more to do. If this was also a lumberjack cabin, would I just lose the bonus here? I can't wrap my head around the concept that the menus is the game. I think it's a nice sweet touch. This will grow into an additional lumberjack cabin, bring me up to 12. But if this was turned into a lumberjack cabin, I'm still at 12. And this one? Well, at least I'm at 13 now. Yeah, I feel like throwing lumberjack cabins absolutely everywhere doesn't quite give me the output that I'm looking for. How do I squeeze a few more materials out of all of this? I guess it's called a puzzle for a reason. A puzzling situation. What's that ass floating in the sea tile? I don't know. I don't recall dealing with it in any way. Should not have gotten rid of those pirates. They were giving me materials. Maybe the trading area works with something else somehow. I can't destroy a mountain. I can only mine a mountain. Build tree villages, wisps may appear. This costs me science, so that's out of the question. Having science to double up a sawmill would go a long way, but how would one get that? Oh, hang on, the town hall can be upgraded. That gives me science. Can it be upgraded again? More science. Even more science. In that case, Couldn't I remove all of our sawmills here and then upgrade you into a super sawmill? Clears swamps and trees of life and haunted forests. Yeah, well, the thing is I need to clear this tree of life. I have a feeling that what I'm doing isn't working out for me. Let's see if those forests grow back. Oh! Or you could just give me an event to get me through it. When in doubt, just believe in luck being on your side. Do tell me that these meadows are going to grow back. The iceberg sank too. Okay, don't tell me I need to forest lodge you just to regrow things. Why are these not growing back? Ah, there we go. So it is growing back, and that is boosting my production. There we go. All we needed to do was brute force the puzzle, as is often the... Oh, right. That was only bronze. It wants me to do even better. Save those miners. We have limitless production, right? They're grateful. They'll work harder, as they should. And if I make this into a forester lodge, that will improve the output yet for... Wait, wrong one. I didn't want a forester lodge. I wanted a sawmill. No, that cost me science. How could I have made such a mistake? If I reforest you, then I put down a lumberjack cabin. Ah, perhaps you're only allowed one sawmill. That would almost make sense. I wonder if rare ores include science. Because right now I'm at a loss for the things that I can still do to expand here. Putting down a lumberjack cabin here will actually lower my output. Can I really not chop you down? Let's actually try chopping you down. Bye-bye, tree of life. Hello, lumberjacking. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. But there's still so much further to go. Sucks that I unbribed the pirates, though. Those pirates are on my side. One could argue this isn't a puzzle yet. We don't have all the information we need since we didn't play the campaign yet. But I like it when a game respects you to figure things out on your own, whilst giving you options otherwise. What if I chop down this tree of life, though? Imagine what we could achieve if this thing didn't exist. I'm no longer getting the bits and baubles here, but I can reforest it like so. So I think the big mistake here was not putting down the sawmill here. If the sawmill were here, it would be able to draw from a lot of forests at super rate. However, I don't... Hang on. Oh no, I can't seem to destroy this. And I can't think of another way to get more... science. I was kind of hoping that events would continue to happen and give me the hand-holding I need to get the gold on this one. But I don't think that's going to be happening. Can you clear the swamp? Oh, you're right. It was this that allowed me to clear swamp. Sadly, it doesn't really enable anything. Apart from one more bit of resource production. Explore mines and find rare ores. Explore mines. What if I didn't have this here and then I instead went exploring? Here we go. Gold. What is gold? Gold isn't a resource. Glowing crystals. Ah, that's changing what kind of mines we have. Ah, but that made the gold mine do a whole lot more for me. What's in you then? Iron. Additional output. And you? That was a mistake. But hey, I can have the ziggurat. Okay, now that we have all the information, I think we could definitely beat this. Yes, now that I have the information, surely we can retry and destroy it. No good reason not to just clear out the area, right? Now we get a stone deposit, which we surely want a stone quarry for. I can't imagine what else we would do with this land. There's no need for sheep pasturing, although sheep do give materials, and they could fall in love and expand further, but I really think what I want is... well, you gone for one. This should absolutely be where the major sawmill is, because I can have loads of trees around it. I don't believe in the trade route. Kill the elves. Collect fruit? No, I don't think so. It's lumberjacking time. And then if we just get this fully upgraded, we'll have access to all of the gems we'll ever get. So I do want a sawmill. But I will need a forester lodge as well, interestingly enough. Because I need to be able to grow new forests. Yes. Like so. I wonder if something else can be done with a coral reef. What's in these tunnels anyway? A gold mine. Well, a gold mine is good, but... can we explore further? See, crystal mine I'm not so sure about, because it doesn't give me a big boost on resources. So I might actually destroy that and then rebuild a regular mine. And then I turn that into the Miners Guild, which does give me a boost in resources. Unless I think there's something else I could do with these accursed elves. No, we see elves, we kill elves. Let's be reasonable. Then again, this already allows me to explore tunnels, doesn't it? Iron mine is good. And now it finds nothing. But anyway, kill them. Set up a regular mine, explore that mine, and then get the iron for the additional production. Ooh. And then we can also clear out the this place here, put in a forest, purify whatever this is into another forest. Need to bribe the pirates so they give me additional resources. Do not kill them this time. Fight the wolves in here and put down another lumberjacking area. I think I'm going to want more lumberjacking. That will boost it. Lumberjack you. Lumberjack you. But we're still a little short. You can bleach the coral reef. Well, I can go fishing there. I don't know what else I can be doing with it. But we did get an event that boosted production at some point. Perhaps that would be nice enough to happen again. Perhaps. A fishing boat crashed into an iceberg. Okay, that doesn't do much for us. It doesn't get me resources. Well, not me. Us, of course. We're all in this together. We can improve the efficiency of the sawmill by hiring more workers. Absolutely. Like, is it 2 additional materials making me 3 short? Now what can still be done? Maybe there's some way to terraform the water. Build tree villages. Wisps may appear in forests. Maybe I've been missing a trick by not building that, but the other things have seemed very important. This lumberjack cabin will do nothing for me, sadly. Don't want to kill them. Do I have a good reason to destroy the Tree of Life, perhaps? Maybe the elves would have been useful for something. Yeah, I think to get over the last little hurdle I will need those elves, but the elves were right in the way of this prime cutting area. I can't think of another sawmill that I could put down that would have 4 adjacencies. I don't have a way to clear mountains that I'm aware of. Yeah, this is just the perfect sawmill place, and the elves were in the way. Damn elves. There's truly nothing else I can do with these other places. The gold mine is good. Iron mine is also good. What if I destroyed the iron mine and then explored it? Because gold is better than iron. Alright, bear with me here. Is it always iron? I'm going to give it one more try and then I will accept that these are predetermined. Maybe the elves interact with the sheep. Oh, don't they just? Yeah, I think those events are predetermined then. Because we got the same events each time, right? Where can you get +3 from? Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe the Tree of Life. Well, I can hack it down, but that does not appear to do terribly much for me. Even if I build a lumberjack on it, that doesn't boost me in any way because the lumberjacks are already doing what that lumberjack would do for us. Well, somehow what I just did there boosted us up to 36. Maybe I got more of a boost out of that than I thought. Yeah, because now all 3 of you pull from this. Okay, that might give me something to work with. One more. Yeah, one forest works with multiple sawmills, but how can I put this to use? Better use, that is. He's a-thinking. Yeah, checkerboard pattern with the forests seem to work, or the lumberjackers. Starting to think that this mine upgrade might have been a poor choice, given the existing one we had already explored these for me. Gotta look for anything that can just squeeze out one more bit. I mean, what if you weren't there? Then I have kelp. Well, the kelp helps you with that, but that doesn't do terribly much for me. If I destroy you, I just end up losing resources. I don't gain any. Apparently chopping down the tree is a bad idea. Really? Why is it such a bad idea? Maybe the magic tower upgrade makes the sea turn to forest instead of the mine guild. That is entirely possible, because I have no idea what that does. Damn, I'm so close. I want my gold. I really want my gold, but there's nothing I can do anymore, is there? Not now that they've unionized against me. Hang on, what if this was both gone and you were here? No, that just does worse because it blocks you. We need more information. Setting up a trade route with these people. Maybe you can... No, I thought maybe we could lumberjack the elf village. But there doesn't seem to be any further advancement I can do with the bleeding elves. Although they did mention trade routes. Is the answer the sheep? Can you upgrade the fancy tree? Yeah, I can make Tree of Eternity. It gives light. And we can build tree villages. To what extent that is useful, I don't know, but I guess we could try. Maybe tree villages are really good. Interestingly, tree village does give +1 resources. But I wanted to have a forestry here to chop things down. I do think the elves need to die, though. Is there anything else we could have and upgrade to something useful? Well, you do give those resources, but not to much avail. Oh, and I can't even get rid of the tree village now that we've established it. Maybe there's an event for the elves. That's a good idea. That is a terrifically good idea. Let's also get rid of this black monolith. Although maybe we can keep it around and see if there's an event that has some kind of effect. Same with this haunted forest. Fishing boat crashed into the iceberg. We know that happens. Didn't the magical tower say something about getting terrain? The magical tower? The magical tower? There was something that irrigates the sand area, isn't there? Here we go, we have irrigates deserts on the pyramid. But there's only one desert. So that just wastes a crystal without much to do. But maybe if we leave the pyramid there, it'll do something. Check and see if an event happens. Upgrade for observatory. An observatory... Oh, dwarves dug too deep. Whoa, there we go. Now that's a boost right there. A wizard show. Okay, I wonder what reference this could be. There's the ticket. Well, then we get the boost out of the Dwarven Mountain, which was better than the iron. So sod the pyramid and sod the elves. Kill the elves, burn their forest, save the dwarves. We've got a brilliant plan now, lads. We're going to build a tavern which serves free wine to elves. And then we blow it up. Right, we have all the information we need. Explore. 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 But we don't like crystal mines. We prefer... Well, we probably prefer the Miners Guild, right? But the Miners Guild won't do anything for us, right? Well, it will boost the goods production. Kill the elves. Oh, and then these ones declare war on us, so we have to kill them as well. What a tragedy. We know this is the ultimate place for the sawmill, which we can get with our fully leveled up castle. Death to sheep. Checkerboard pattern, so we wanted a forester lodge here. That way we can replant forests. Fight all of you and slam down the lumberjack cavern here. We're going to make a quarry out of the golem. Bribe the pirates. Kill the elves again. Building a church is an option. Hey, yeah, somebody mentioned the lighthouse. What does the lighthouse do? Maybe with the lighthouse they won't crash into the iceberg. And I can get rid of the lighthouse. Alright, let's try that. Let's have all these lighthouses so there isn't a crash going on. Maybe that'll help. We're getting somewhere, potentially. I can always upgrade these a little later. Fishing boat crashed into an iceberg. Oh, but it survived. Saved the crew. Wait, okay. Didn't that happen anyway? I feel like this lighthouse did not help at all. Goodbye, goodbye some more. Bring back the forest, bring back the forest. Are we going to be able to squeeze out the win with this alone, then? The Miners Guild is an available upgrade, we know that much. Improve the efficiency, that brings us up to 32. I can clear you, and then reforest the meadow for... Hang on, was there another option? Couldn't I plant crops that give materials? No, what a shame. What happened to that dwarven event? If I get the dwarven event again, I think we've got this game set and match. Dwarves dug too deep. We must aid them. A wizard shouted and secured us one shy of what we need, but we saved a crystal for this very moment, because if I upgrade the Miners Guild here... Do you want to keep building this city and explore the region? Sure. Except there's nothing to explore. But we did it! We got the gold. Alright, get me out of here. That was fun. It was legitimately fun. And there are more puzzles to be had. But what about the daily puzzle? Also, that gave me a ton of more points, so I could just ignore all of the story and do the Tower of Light. That's wonderful. Tell me about the daily puzzle. Excellent point, Baron. Could have made for a good weekly one-shot, but sometimes you just don't know this. What I'm interested in is just how hard does this game get? Could I actually have really oppressive Frostpunk-like experiences with this? Something I will investigate, although not on stream right now because this is a very blind run. What do I know here, though? I know I need to produce at least 15 light per day, and we know that it's going to go much higher than that. Little reason not to produce the largest home possible at the start, so I have all of my crystals to enjoy. Tents provide people, and tents provide light, as I recall. Well, I thought I recalled that. They don't seem to be inherently giving more light. But churches gain light from adjacent houses. So probably what I need to do is have a nice little pattern where you're surrounded by houses. Options for that are few. Lighthouses give light when adjacent to water. So I strongly suspect I want lighthouse there and there. Nowhere is darkened, so observatories probably won't do much for me, but they'll do more than nothing, right? Watchtower, more good events, fewer bad events, protect from most foes. I might need or want that. I'm going to do that just in case there are bad events and need to turn them into good events. But then, how else do we get some good light going? A lighthouse here will give a small amount of light. I guess that'll have to do. What does the ziggurat do? I don't recall being able to get rid of the thing. The ziggurat lets me change out the desert tiles. That might be relevant. But only if I upgrade it to a mighty pyramid. Doing so actually reduces its ability to give me light. Could be a problem. But there's nothing else I can do with the deserts, so I think irrigating them is a necessity. Irrigate, irrigate. Now all of a sudden, putting down a church here sounds good, except I can't for some reason. Where and how do I put down churches? Okay, it must be adjacent to a house. I have no idea what I'm looking at. What are we trying to do here? We're playing the puzzle version of a survival city builder. It has me intrigued. Alright, none of these upgrades seem pertinent for the housing. However, if I build tents around a church, that will be good. Question is there not a better place to put a church? And maybe church here and here are the best. Oh, wait, that means church here could have these, and a church here could have these. Alright, so churches galore. And I can upgrade it to a mighty temple. Fascinating. Slash and burn. Oh, okay, good. I thought I could only have one church there. Alright, easy money. Except, could we do even better? Pray to generate light. I will consider it. Surely just church maxing is the way forward. Checkerboard pattern churches. There we go. Kind of like Stronghold. We've got the faith economy going. However, if I want gold, I need just a little bit more light. The pirates are getting in the way of this lighthouse. This will not be. Kill the pirates. Now I'm a little shy. Well, I can pray, but that doesn't count as passive output now, does it? Fishing boat, finish boat. Can't get rid of you after doing the irrigation. You already give me what you can. You give me light as well. Ah, perhaps this was a necessary upgrade. Illuminate a random nearby area for cheap. However, we haven't had any events, and I think the watchtower is the actual ticket. It's going to turn a bad event good and give me additional light income. Believe. And then we'll get our gold and we'll feel really good. Really, really good. I'm sure that event will hit any moment now. And if there are no events, then the mistake I made was upgrading this watchtower to give me +1 light instead of this one to give me +2. Would it give me +2? Well, this upgrade would bring me up to 30, but that alone wouldn't be enough. Yeah, exactly. I'd still be one off. How do I rectify this situation? This tent, I could replace it with a lighthouse, but that would actually trim away 2. in favor of giving me 2. So that's not a good trade. The irrigation was almost certainly the right call, otherwise I don't get all these churches laid down the way I want to. Can you destroy the pyramid? No. Anything that, requires science to upgrade cannot be destroyed, or so it seems. Do the tents get lights from the town hall? Could that be the golden ticket? I didn't think so. See, I thought tents did generate light, but that's not how it's going down here. Tent, no tent, it does not change the light output. Colossus gives +4 instead of Lighthouse +2. Yes, but then I'd have to pull away... I'd pull away this watchtower. For sure. So I'd lose 1 light in favor of getting... +2 light. That would bring us up to 29. We'd still be 1 short. Yeah, the pyramid for the 2 meadows is far too important to skip because I can't build tents on desert. I'm going to give it to day 200. If there's still no events by then, we'll assume this was a 0 event map. And then we'll scratch our wee noggins. I shouldn't be doing this ahead of time, though. My weekly one-shot is a puzzle game. I don't want to spend all my puzzle-solving brilliance so early, but that's exactly what's happening. That's okay, though. This is pretty cool, so I don't mind. Right, first and foremost, upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Give me the Zuggernaut so that I can irrigate and irrigate. And there's no way the solution isn't a checkered board of churches. There's just no way it's not. So slash and burn all of these because I can't think of a way that any of this gives light. Boost nature growth and grow new forests. Clear swamps, trees of life, haunted houses. Yeah, we don't have any of those, so... Eradicate. And seeing as we already know the checkered pattern that we want... this one's dubious. Church. No, not whatever that was. Church, 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 church. Kill the pirates. Burn the forest. Lighthouse. Lighthouse. We were considering the Colossus, weren't we? I'm certain we were. Did I have a church here last time? Dubious. Lighthouse, observatory. Another observatory? Why doesn't it let me do that? Okay, well it does now. So this watchtower will boost light by 1, but 1 is not good. This church, on the other hand, into a temple. Hang on. The temple was a bad upgrade, because it only gave +1 light. Whereas the Colossus gives +2. Even so, I'm still a little shy. Could it be that the same checkerboard reversed would be better? I don't think so, because the adjacencies of the temples are more important. That said... No, surely not, because I'd be exchanging this +3 for this +1. Surely, he says. Okay, but oddly enough, upgrading for this is a mistake. Get better tools and weapons for minigames. That doesn't seem necessary. Collect fur. Temple is not a plus on light. It's a +1 on light. I thought it was a plus more on light. Maybe it isn't a plus on light at all. Perhaps we don't have all the information. Let's check. Tents, tents, Church. +3 light. Upgrade to temple. It's only +1 light. Goes up to +4 like that. That is certainly not good enough. My upgrades can't be so minuscule. Compare that to a lighthouse being turned into a colossus. That's +2. So I definitely want a colossus. Again, though, the observatory to watchtower is also only +1, so we need to find another upgrade that gives extra light. No, you cannot have two of the same science upgraded thing. Maybe I'm putting the desert thing in the wrong place? But no, surely you want it here. Does Chefrin give light? He does if you don't upgrade him. But once you upgrade him, you can't reverse the upgrade, and I need him upgraded to get rid of these. Because either I put a Zuggurat... Wait, what if the Zuggurat... Can I destroy the Zuggurat? I can. The Zuggurat doesn't somehow power up the church, does it? Or power up anything? No. It very much does nothing on its own. Can you build a church on sand? There's a good question. Burn the forest, erect a tent? No, it's Zuggurat or nothing. Chefrin, how could you let me down like this? Definitely need irrigation then. Somebody suggested doing a reverse checkerboard on what we've been doing thus far. Let's give that a quick go. So that means tent, tent. Burn the forests, burn the houses, these poor people. Let's reverse our checkerboard design then. It's possible. That's a lot of churches. That church is surely not superior to having a lighthouse. Which is all the more reason to be suspicious of it. Kill the pirates. I think we have it, actually. Because I still have... No, I've only got one upgrade, not two. Crumbs, I still need +2. How does this happen? I can't upgrade you. Upgrading you only gives +1. Upgrading you only gives +1. Nothing here upgrades light. Interesting to see that the checkerboard doesn't really matter. Lighthouse next to the Colossus gives 2 instead of the house that only gives 1. Lighthouse next to the Colossus. This is the Colossus. On the old checkerboard. You mean the house here? The house here interacted with 2 churches, so it gave +2. Although Lighthouse also gives +2. So you think this will work with a reversed checkerboard? I just had a thought, you can't build churches unless they're adjacent to houses, but what if I got rid of all the adjacent houses? Amusingly, we keep the churches. This is a sad lighthouse. So we're using the other checkerboard. Oh Christ, now I can't remember which checkerboard layout that is. I think it involves a church here and here, so... It's possible I just accidentally made the checkerboard pattern we had before again. Still stumped at 28. I can do one science upgrade, but I'd need a science upgrade that gives me double output. I can't upgrade these again. I can upgrade this watchtower, but it only gives a +1 upgrade. These watchtowers are bothersome. Why can't I upgrade this one? But I can upgrade this one. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Crystal cave. One of these is a crystal cave. I can sense it in my bones. But my bones might be giving me the wrong senses. Ah, I see now. Volcanic observatory for the volcano. But this is a mine, so it's not quite the same. So I can't actually go and explore that. Scunnered. There must be a way forward, but what? Is there perhaps some kind of farming for crystal crops or something? The royal farm gives me new crops to plant. Perhaps that's the winning ticket. I haven't been looking into planting my light. Look at that crystal field. However, crystal field still only gives +1 light. And there's no situation where we're struggling to just put down light to begin with. I mean, +1 light here could just as easily be done with a lighthouse. And these don't get any fancy adjacency bonuses together, do they? I have another idea. Full of them, by the way. I'm going to build a mine, and I'm going to let time pass. Maybe there's an event that says, hey, they dug deep and found that it's a crystal mine. That would save me an upgrade. The volcano erupted, turned the sea into land. Oh, wow, that was it then. Is this actually an upgrade for me, though? Alright, maybe now I want you to stop doing that. Does that actually help me, though? I think, actually, with the addition of church farming, it's even better than having the observatory here. So that works out pretty well. Kill the pirates. And let that happen. Might change my checkerboard design, but I doubt it. See, we didn't have all the information. Who would have known? Alright, now we can cap you. And suddenly this looks like a... what does it look like? Looks like an opportunity for further checkerboard designing. But the question is, where does the Chefrin pyramid go? Here or here? They both seem quite obstructive in their own way, but I feel like this is still less obstructive. Irrigate, irrigate, slash, and burn. No, no, not you. Definitely not an upgrade for you. And people said diagonal tenting. Get our lighthouse turned Colossus up there. Observatory, lighthouse, and church maxing. 21, 24, 27, 29. But you know what we can do with 29? A single upgrade to make it 30. Alright. Daily puzzle, too weak for me. Because I sensed there was an event. I could feel it in my bones, but I couldn't tell that it was a volcano over the observatory. Good job, me. Right, get me out of here. And that unlocks even more meta progression crystals to advance on. I wonder, can you farm these? No, I guess when they're done, they're done. But some of these unlocks were 999, were they not? Yeah, blue cursor, green cursor, cherry cursor. Turn lure dark. Alright, yeah, I really like what I see with this game, but I don't think I'm going to continue on, at least not right now. What I probably want to do in my own time is investigate just how hard the game gets. Could it possibly give me the kind of feelings that I get from... Oh, possibly. It might possibly offer me the kind of challenge that Frostpunk 2 completely failed to give. At a fraction of the graphical fidelity. Impressive. Can we see what the Twitch integration does? Yes. No, not... Wait, Easter eggs? Skip dialogue? Unlock zoom! But I can already zoom. Maybe it wants to have a Zoom call with me. You know what? Let's give it a go. I'm more than a little curious. Give me your handle, it says. Alright, I am DDR Jake. Connection on. Connection on. Or is it wanting to be typing? What do I press to enable you? No, it linked before. It looks like Square enables it, or am I meant to press that little button? It worked before, now it does not. I'm going to assume it's because I turned it off and on again, so I'm going to quit out of the game and bring it back up. No, it worked early. It puts up a little message. It quits out to Steam and shows me all my Nancy Drew games. Phantom of Venice being the one I was on. What a terrifying thing to see. Ah, game does remember the resolution I set it at. Thank you, game. Let's try that again, shall we? Twitch, my name is... Doesn't do reading, Jake. Ah, there we go. And there's Darren Keller himself in chat saying, hey everyone, the game is now connected to the channel. Be ready to help your favorite streamer or not by voting during game events. Well, now that you've put it like that, I guess we could see what the Badlands has to offer. This is a key location. Food is scarce. Figure out how to produce some. Figuring? That's not how I operate. Use up people, gain resources from dead tree. Build up the zuggurat again. But what if I want to eat all these delicious looking deer? Yum, yum, yum. It costs quite a bit to repair this farm. I'm not sure I want to. Centuries my family found these rare fertile lands. The orcs arrived. Literally out of nowhere. I need to get to safety. Well, I could build up the beloved zuggurat and clear out all these areas, or I could build up a caravan sarai on the oasis. How do oases even exist? What a bizarre little minigame. Can't burn down the oasis here. I'm actually just farting around to see what the what little Twitch integration stuff is. Treasure is nice, materials are nice. The zuggurat is very expensive to make, and the upgrade for the science even more so. So I think the idea is repair this crummy little farm. Burn down the forest. I probably should have chopped it down for materials, but oh well. And then use our rare access here to enjoy some... Oh, orchard gives materials. No, it costs materials, but it still gives food. Screw people. There's an oasis. Let's build there. I'll explain why later. Could you not explain why now? Clearly ask too many questions. Produces workforce, organize it, food, materials, gonna need food. Lose people, gain food. But I need people. You can build tents around it even in a desert. Okay, now that's a good one. And look at that, it double buffs. Except I need food and materials. And hang on, I don't have materials at all. Actually, that could be a real problem. In that case, could I trade for materials, please? At least to get 10 of them. Build a freaking ziggurat. I'm wondering when and where the Twitch interaction comes from, but maybe it doesn't work on the set levels. Interesting. Can I save this as it is? Throw down that save, come out of here. And then... what would be free play mode? Curious Expedition... sandbox mode. Endless mode. Tell me more. I want to make sure that the Twitch is still integrated. Naturally. Hey Jake, thanks for the points. Well, I did my utmost. I saw you bet on 1, Craywin. How could I not do that for you? It was a really fascinating victory for the stabby lady, Lady Glasgow. Because she went down to 1 hit point against a Gremlin Ob in Act 1. Darkness is closing in. Bring back light. Build the biggest city of all. Well, I certainly don't have a lot of anything to work with here now, do I? Maybe if you give me some treasure, things will change. Slash and burn. Generous hitboxes in there, but won't catch me complaining. Chop all the good wood while we're at it. How is that a mini game? Alright, give me the tent. If you please. Actually, you won't, because I need food. Slaughter them for food. I do need the early food. Options for getting some are few and far between. But this gives passive food. Pardon me. No, we're going to kill them all. Although, of course, now we have ne food ata. And my people won't be best pleased with that. But hang on, I spy more food. It's funny, press X to start is also the X to shoot. So I don't think you can start without instantly shooting either. Right, best way to get food materials. Maybe I should make use of these sheep. Pasteurize them. And I might actually have them fall in love and expand into here if at all possible. And that way I could really max out the sheeping. Can't you boat for food? I could set up a fishing boat, but that's a pretty low food income. Pretty good that it flashes on things that are insufficiently being produced, though. I like that. Treasure was hidden in a tree trunk. Okay, but when, if ever, does this game use its Twitch integration? That's what I really want to know. A black monolith. I could kill my people off there. And don't get me wrong, it's a tempting proposition. Yeah, I figured in random events it might pop up and say, hey, do you want to do this, that, or the next for chat? Lighthouse for good light income here, and that is good light income. But it costs a ton to build a lighthouse. Love my mining. Mining is good. But sure enough, I need to do something about this lack of food income. Yeah, I can kill them and still establish a fishing boat. How generous. And salvage all the light out of the boat. Not solving my actual food problems though now, is it? Don't get me wrong, I like the look of that ziggurat. Perhaps the simplest thing to do is just slam down some basic crops. And then when time passes on, I'm just wanting to see what the random events and Twitch integration is like. Alright, these guys are in love. Are they going to expand down here? You can instantly breed sheep when they're in love. Are you telling me that's not an option currently for them to just expand down here? Aha, there we go. It's actually pretty good. +2 income, and it doesn't seem to cost me anything, does it? Does it? No, it doesn't. Alright, then sheep are very good. Better than I gave them credit for. Oh, but you've just gone in the way of an excellent place for a lighthouse. Bah humbug. Cherry grove. Chop it all down. Finally failed one of those things. So many of them. Maybe they get more plentiful the further away you go from the center. Alright, you sold enough on my fishing boat. I could do with additional food income. A bear burst out of the road, roaring right in front of us. Ah, here we go. This is the Twitch chat integration. Are you even on a timer to do that? The votes count. Type !vote X in the chat. And I'm assuming X is meant to be a 1 or a 2. Okay. Now how long does this last? And how do we work with it? It still seems to be giving me the choice here. So what happens if I now say kill the bear? I should have voted against chat to see if that would change the vote, but I assume it would. I get maybe what I say is only 1 vote. Yeah, that would make the most sense. Lame integration. Well, I don't know how else you could do the integration, but yeah, it feels a little out of place for this. Alright, I've seen everything I want to see out of this game. I suspect I'm going to play more of it in my own time and figure out just how hard it gets. And if it gets really hard, maybe I could run some Frostpunk-like runs on it, because I am itching for that kind of experience. But I'm pretty impressed with this. I didn't come in with any real expectations. What I've seen is something that I want to get my teeth into a bit more. I had planned on doing some Monster Hunter Wilds after this, because I kind of want to... I've talked a fair bit about it, but I haven't streamed it, and I would quite like to do a little bit of that. But I'll be honest, I've got a bit of a headache coming on, so I'd really rather not. I wonder if that's because I was up way too late doing Slay the Spire. So I'm going to call it there. If it subsides, I might come back and then do some of that hunting horn or some more spire slaying. But for now, I think being in a dark place is the best for me. So cheers for joining for this game, and a cheers to the creator who sent me a copy of it. Now I feel really bad for forgetting the name. Fortunately, we have credits right there. Thank you, Darren Keller, and good job on this. But until I'm back with more, it's a cheers and a cheerio.